Banks hope you never learn this, because once you do, everything changes. You've probably noticed, right? That sinking feeling every time you open your bank account or get hit with those extra fees. You know, the ones that seem to appear out of nowhere? Well, here's the thing. Banks, credit card companies, and lenders don't want you to catch on to this one simple truth. They're making money off your ignorance. Yup. Your struggle is their profit. But it doesn't have to be this way. If you're tired of being stuck in a loop of debt, high interest payments, and the endless cycle of financial stress, it's time to wake up. I'm talking about a shift that can transform your entire money mindset, and guess what? It's easier than you think. It starts with taking control of your finances, building smarter money habits, and shifting from just surviving to thriving. It's time to start thinking like the banks do, but instead of them profiting off you, it's your turn to get ahead. You don't have to keep handing over your hard-earned cash to people who don't have your best interests at heart. The truth is, you're smarter than this, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. Once you understand how money works, how to make it work for you, and how to build wealth, the game changes. You're no longer the pawn in the system, you're the one in control. So let's get started with the first truth banks hope you never figure out. It's time to take the power back, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to make smart moves and stop playing by their rules. Ready to break the cycle? Most folks don't realize this, but banks love when you're stuck making minimum payments. The longer you stay in debt, the more cash they rake in from interest. It's like playing Monopoly, but you're the one always landing on someone else's hotel. If you're only paying the minimum on credit cards or loans, you're literally handing your money to banks every single month. You're not just losing cash, you're losing freedom. Think about it like this, ever watched Ozark? Marty was great at moving money, but even he knew debt chains you down. Now, imagine flipping that script. Instead of dragging a $6,000 credit card balance for 5 years, and paying over $3,000 in interest, throw an extra $200 monthly and get out in less than half the time. That's money back in your pocket, not theirs. Real talk, this move alone changes your whole financial game. What nobody tells you is that minimum payments are designed to trap you. It's not just math, it's psychology. They make it look manageable so you won't feel the pain right away. But that interest? It creeps up like a villain in a horror movie, quiet, sneaky, deadly. Want to break free? Start using finance tips that actually build you up, budget like a boss, pay extra when you can, and track your spending like you track your shows. Start by focusing on habits. Small changes add up. Automate extra payments, cut one subscription you barely use, or pick up a quick side hustle to throw more at your debt. Passive income and smart personal finance decisions help you shift from survival mode to control mode. And once you're no longer bleeding money into bank profits, well, that's when you get to play the money game on your terms. And if you think stashing cash in a savings account is the safe move, wait till you see what inflation's doing behind the scenes. Saving money feels like the right move, until you realize your dollars are losing power while they sit still. Inflation's like a slow leak in your financial tire. You don't notice it at first, but after a few years, that $1,000 feels more like $850. It's wild how something meant to protect you can actually hold you back. That's why real financial education goes beyond just save your money. Ever seen The Walking Dead? Keeping all your money in savings is like hiding in an abandoned house while the world burns outside. Feels safe, but it won't get you far. Instead, move that dead money into something that grows, like a Roth IRA, index funds, or dividend stocks. Even just $100 a month into VOO or SCHD builds wealth long-term. That's how you turn your stash into a strategy. Don't get it twisted, having an emergency fund is crucial. But anything beyond 3 to 6 months of expenses? Put that to work. Use investment platforms like Fidelity or Vanguard, and study up on compound interest. It's the cheat code no one taught us in school. Finance tips aren't just about cutting back, they're about knowing how to make money grow while you sleep. That's the mindset shift that sets people free. Want to play this smart? Start small and be consistent. Watch one finance video a week, read The Simple Path to Wealth, and set up automatic transfers to your investment account. Personal finance doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be intentional. Passive income and the right habits turn your savings into a powerful ally. And if you think banks are helping you get rich with that savings account, oh man, just wait till you find out how they're flipping your money. Next, let's talk about what banks actually do with your deposits, and why it's making them rich, not you. Here's the cold truth: every time you deposit money into your bank account, you're basically giving them the green light to profit off your cash. They lend it out, invest it, and flip it for fat returns, while giving you a sad 0.01% interest. It's like you're funding their hustle and getting paid in breadcrumbs. Meanwhile, they're balling out using your money. That ain't personal finance, that's a rigged game. It's kinda like Moneyball, but you're not Brad Pitt, you're the guy in the background who doesn't even know there's a game being played. Banks turn your deposits into loans, mortgages, business credit, you name it. And guess what? They charge them 5 to 20% in interest and toss you pennies. If that sounds backwards, it's 'cause it is. That's why smart folks move some of their savings into high-yield online banks or low-risk investments. There are online banks right now offering 4% APY or more. Ally, SoFi, even Capital One's got options. That means your money finally starts working for you, not just sitting around in a fancy digital vault making someone else rich. With the right money habits, you can shift from being a passive depositor to a low-key investor. Financial education opens your eyes to stuff like this. It's the real money mindset no one's teaching in school. So yeah, keeping everything in a checking or traditional savings account? Not it. Get familiar with platforms like Marcus by Goldman Sachs, or move part of your cash to a brokerage account. If you're still unsure where to start, watch docs like Inside Job, it'll blow your mind. Once you see how banks operate, you'll never look at your deposits the same way. And it gets even worse when you realize how much you're paying in fees just to stay in their system. Next up, we're diving into the sneaky little fees that banks hope you never notice, but you've definitely been paying. You ever looked at your bank statement and thought, wait, what is that $12.99? Yeah, those sneaky bank fees hit different. Overdrafts, monthly maintenance, ATM fees, they're like invisible pickpockets in your digital wallet. Most people don't even notice them till it's too late. And the wild part? Banks count on that. It's part of their game to make it all look small and harmless. It's like that scene in The Big Short, where the whole system's a mess, but nobody questions it until it crashes. You're out here trying to build passive income and develop solid money habits, but $10 here and $30 there are leaking from your account. That money could be invested in ETFs, or used to boost your emergency fund. These small charges add up to billions for banks. Literally. They made over $30 billion just in overdraft fees last year. Switching to a fee-free bank is step one. Digital banks like Chime, Vero, or even Discover offer 0 monthly fees and no minimums. Set up alerts on your phone to catch any weird charges instantly. That's real financial education in action, taking control, staying sharp, and not letting banks eat off your plate. You don't need to be rich to protect your money. You just need to be aware and consistent. So if your bank's charging you for simply existing, that's your cue to bounce. Think of it like canceling a toxic subscription, except this one's draining your dreams, not just your dollars. If you're serious about how to make money and keep it, protecting your cash is non-negotiable. And here's the twist: while you're fighting to dodge these fees, your credit score might be taking silent hits too. Next, we'll break down how credit scores are basically a game, and how banks win when you don't know the rules. Credit scores aren't just numbers, they're like your financial GPA. But here's the catch: most folks don't even know what affects it. Banks win big when you stay clueless, because bad scores mean higher interest rates, and they collect more cash. Paying bills late? Opening too many cards? Closing old ones? Every little move shifts your score. It's a game, and most people don't even know they're playing. Think of it like Moneyball. The team that learns the data wins. Same goes with credit. Keeping your utilization under 30%, paying everything on time, and letting your oldest accounts age like fine wine? That's how you flip the game. It's not about being rich, it's about playing smart. With just a few changes, you could save thousands in interest over your lifetime. Set up autopay for bills so you never miss a due date. Get a secured card if you're starting out or rebuilding. Use apps like Credit Karma or Experian to monitor your score for free. This is Financial Education 101. Want real finance tips? Mastering your credit score is top tier. It gives you power, better rates on cars, homes, and even business loans if you're planning to learn how to start a business. And here's the cool part, once your credit's solid, you open doors most people didn't even know existed. You start qualifying for rewards cards, business funding, and low-interest investments. The system was built to reward those who learn the rules. And speaking of learning, what if I told you your salary means nothing without financial literacy? Up next, we'll dive into how knowing the rules of money is way more valuable than just making a big paycheck. You ever met someone making six figures but still living paycheck to paycheck? That's because a fat paycheck can't fix poor money habits. Without financial literacy, you'll burn through every raise like it's nothing. Personal finance isn't just about income, it's about how you use what you've got. People think more money is the solution, but that's just the surface. Look at Breaking Bad. Walter White made stacks, but had zero idea how to manage wealth. He spiraled because he never had structure, just chaos. Now compare that to someone who earns half that but knows how to budget, invest, and build passive income streams. They're winning. Reading just one finance book a month, like The Millionaire Next Door or Rich Dad Poor Dad, can flip your mindset. Here's a cheat code. Start by tracking every dollar for 30 days. Use apps like Mint or Anab. You need a budget. Then build habits like automatic investing, index funds, Roth IRAs, even fractional shares of companies like Apple or Amazon. It's all about daily moves. This isn't just about finance tips, it's about designing your freedom. And trust me, freedom feels better than any raise. And once you see how powerful financial education is, you start craving more of it. You realize it's not just about money, but clarity, confidence, and options. Banks prey on confusion, but education flips the script. And the deeper you go, the more you'll see how your money can serve you, not the other way around. And next, you'll see that even your spiritual values align with taking control of your wealth, especially when you realize what ancient wisdom says about debt. Let's get real for a sec. Money isn't just numbers and bills. It's spiritual too. Proverbs 22 verse 7 hits hard. The borrower is slave to the lender. That's not just poetic, it's truth. Being stuck in debt means you're not fully free to live out your purpose. God's calling isn't about living broke, it's about living disciplined, grateful, and wise with your resources. Think about the pursuit of happiness. Chris Gardner fought through homelessness, but what changed everything? Mindset and discipline. He didn't wait for a miracle, he used what he had and pushed forward. That's biblical stewardship in action, multiplying what you're given, no matter how little. Financial education, better habits, and smart passive income moves? That's how you break chains. If you're drowning in loans or stuck in survival mode, you're not broken, you're just uninformed. And that's fixable. Start with a simple debt snowball strategy. Knock out the smallest debt first, build momentum, and feel the shift. That's obedience in action, turning chaos into order. Stewardship means taking charge, not just hoping things get better. And once you feel that peace from making wise money choices, everything changes: your health, relationships, even your prayer life. God isn't calling you to live in lack. He's calling you to manage abundance with clarity and purpose. When you align your financial life with your faith, doors start flying open. Now that you've seen how mindset, discipline, and spiritual alignment create freedom, let's bring Tudo Iso Junto Kamuma Introduco Impact Andy. Now that you've unlocked some of the hidden tricks banks use to keep you trapped, it's time to take action. But here's the thing, just knowing this stuff isn't enough. You have to apply it. Whether it's learning how to handle credit wisely, shifting how you save and invest, or avoiding those sneaky fees, every step you take puts you closer to financial freedom. Remember how frustrating it felt, constantly feeling like the system was working against you? Well, now you're armed with the tools to flip the script. You have the power to change your money story today. Want more game-changing tips to continue your journey? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on even more tips that could transform your relationship with money. But hey, if you're serious about stepping up your game and creating lasting financial change, you'll want to check out my exclusive material, Holistic Health. Nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life. In it, you'll learn exactly how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and keep your mental clarity under financial pressure. It's the roadmap to not just surviving, but thriving financially. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment to get started.